So Jesus asks the two men as they come looking for him, "What are you looking for?" It's a pretty rich question. These are the very first words that Jesus says in the whole Gospel of John. What are you looking for? Some translations ask, "What is it that you seek?" Others, "What are you longing for?" And Andrew and Simon answer with the question of their own. "Where are you staying?" And that word "staying" can be translated to that beautiful word that we hear so much in the Gospel of John, to abide. It's my favorite word in that Gospel. It's that profound word that we hear throughout, Jesus inviting us all to come and see and abide with him. There is a woman, and she comes to see Jesus. She heard that he would be passing that way on this day, along this crossroads. She longs to see Jesus. She has come a very long way to see him. And she finds a place to sit and to wait. The road intersects right there, and it's a good place to be. And she is sure she is coming there to see Jesus. There are many other people there as well. Campsites are set up all along both sides of the road, all the way up the hill, as far as she can see. And she finds a spot midway down the hill on the right side of the road. It gives her a really good line of sight so that when Jesus comes in the direction she thinks he's coming, she will be sure to see him. And there's a big boulder that she sees, and so she sets her little campsite, little place beside it. Once she gets kind of comfortable and she's looking around, she decides that she's going to make soup. Something that will nourish Jesus, something that will bring him comfort. She has a pot to cook it in, but she doesn't have anything to put into it. So she sets about looking for ingredients. And she scavenges around and finds bits and pieces in the trash heaps that have accumulated by each campsite. Fish carcasses and bones, big bones and small bones with little morsels of meat. Shavings and remnants of vegetables, herbs and greens, and onion skins. Pile by pile, she rummages through these cast-offs of all the people that are around her until she has filled her vessel. And she returns to her campsite and she builds a small fire. And she begins to cook her soup. It begins looking like a stew, kind of chunky with big pieces of this and that. And she stirs and she stirs, and it begins to bubble. It is coming together beautifully. She is delighted because Jesus is really going to love her soup. And she tends it very carefully. She stirs it carefully so that there won't be any scorching at the bottom of the pot. And pretty soon it turns into this beautiful, velvety, golden, almost iridescent soup. And she tastes it, and it is as delicious as it looks. And she's pretty proud of herself, and she cannot wait for Jesus to have her soup. Then, all of a sudden, this being in rags appears next to her, completely out of the blue. There is filthy, gray and dingy fabric covering their face. Everything is distorted. She really can't tell if it's a man or if it's a woman, and they do not speak. But she knows that this person, he or she, is vulnerable and hungry. And she looks at her pot of delicious golden soup. And she realizes that they're starving. And she thought, well, I have enough to share. So she dips her ladle in and she begins to feed this person that is right in front of her. And spoonful by spoonful, she feeds them. And as she feeds them, she sees the amount of soup in her pot getting smaller and smaller. But she begins to reason, they don't really need her soup. Jesus doesn't need her soup. As delicious and perfect as she knows that it is, he has plenty to eat. Others will feed him. And soon the soup was gone. And there was a part of her that was very sad, that Jesus would not be able to taste her delicious soup. In our gospel lesson today, Jesus asks those disciples, and Jesus asks us, what are you looking for? In our world of commercialism, we know that there are plenty of people who will tell you exactly what it is you need. A brand new car, a shiny new pair of shoes, a nip here and a tuck there, or they can come up with anything and, snap, your dreams will all come true and your deepest desires will be satisfied. It's not just true, though, in the secular world. We fall into that trap here at church. All churches do, where buildings and candlesticks and vestments can so easily turn into golden calves. And liturgy and music turns into entertainment. Can't we just smile, talk about happy things, and how we're all such good Christians? Is that really what we're looking for? A pat on the back and Jesus' stamp of approval with the sure and certain knowledge that we make the most delicious golden soup? Could we be looking for something deeper? What are we looking for? What do we seek? She begins to hear rumblings. People are getting up from their campsites. Folks are pointing and exclaiming, Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming. And she watches as all the people begin to congregate along the side of the road. She is so excited at last she will see him. Jesus is here. But she finds something holding her there. She can't get up. She cannot go because she knows that if she does, that this person who is beside her, really surrounding her, in front of her, beside her, with her, will perish. Their survival depends on her staying, remaining steadfast and loyal by her side. So she stays. She does not get up and go to the roadside. She did not go and see Jesus in all of his glory as he passes by down the road. She is so sad, devastated, really, A lot of hopes and dreams were in that visit. And she's exhausted, and she is bone tired. And she lays down by her companion, this needy rag person, this anonymous man or woman that she had nurtured and fed and cared for. And she finds something else. She finds this mysterious, profound love. And she drifts off to sleep, a deep, restorative sleep. Now, I did not make up this story, the tale of the woman determined to see Jesus. She belongs completely and wholly to me, though. When she wakes up, everyone is gone. It's a weird feeling when you are sleeping in a dream, and in your dream you wake up. But when she wakes, everyone is gone. The scores of people that had gathered with her to see Jesus are gone. She had missed seeing Jesus as he passed along the side of the road. But she is no longer sad. She is not disappointed, because she knows that she truly has found what she was looking for. Amen.